this complexity that you're talking about, and we sometimes in our work talk about fragmentation, the level and degree of it that we perceive that is all around us is paralyzing.
Mhm.
And or can feel paralyzing. And so if our awareness or our attention is on all of that, then it is hard to find where's community and where are the threads that pull us forward. The reason I want to pick up on this is because there are two amazing women in my life. One is African Nova Scotian and one is Indigenous. And I just in the last week have had conversations with both of them. For my friend Carolann, with respect to the work that she and communities have been doing around the issues that affect African Nova Scotians and or beyond. But she talks about how the people who are doing this work now, whether it's in community or it's wherever, they're standing on the shoulders of the people who've come before. And at any given point, you can look at that work and go, we failed. We failed last year. We failed a decade ago. We failed 3 decades ago. And her point is that each generation keeps picking up the thread of that work and builds on it and makes progress. And when I spoke with Fiona, one of the things that she talked about was for anyone in Canada who's older than 22, we've not been exposed to the collective history of non-Indigenous and Indigenous peoples. And she's done some incredible work on asking people or inviting people to really educate themselves. And she's done some amazing work inside of organizations on the question of inclusivity or the issue of inclusivity. And she noted that if she looks back over the course of her career, there's been a lot of progress made. And she said, if you look at the news when Indigenous peoples are mentioned, it's never good. But then she talked about the fact that Indigenous youth are in demand in workplaces, and the organizations that are focused on creating inclusive cultures are doing better than those that are not. The organizations that are not focused on inclusivity, people don't want to work there, word gets out. And she talked about how much progress has been made over the course of the last few decades. She mentions her daughter, who is in her early 20s, and she goes, she's impatient, just like youth should be. And she said the impatience is good because it keeps the pressure on. So we need both. We need to recognize the moment, but we need to not forget that we've actually come a long way. And I find that message incredibly hopeful, even as I like hear and am in these places myself, sometimes of overwhelm and paralyzation around what to do. And I've said this many, many times. When I hit that point, I just put my head down and I just focus on what I can do. Go to worldviewprograms.com to learn more about our Healthy Workplace Culture Program options.